We're on.
All right.
Hey there, everybody. This is Eric and Michelle Fouché from Prime Photography. And today we're going to talk about a subject that Michelle wanted to talk about on basically how to dress for the job or something.
Yeah.
As a photographer, yes. So go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. I want to give the real scoop because when I started shooting with you, I had a lot of concerns about how to be dressed and how to sort of just generally arrange myself from a practical standpoint for shoots. And of course, I accessed ye old Google to try to find as much information as I could. And I didn't find people saying a lot of things. And in hindsight, the things that they said, I think they might have been lying. So I'm just going to tell you what I think, and this will in actuality be more for the lady photographers. The chick togs, is that a thing? Did I just invent that?
No, it is.
Okay.
That's a real thing.
It's a thing now. So yeah, just wanted to go over sort of what I've gathered and what I've learned and found actually practically applicable about sort of some clothing, makeup, hair things when you're doing a longer shoot or one that's more intensive. So more like your sort of 5 to 8 hour or longer shoots, or ones that might require some more physically strenuous activities. I promise there's an explanation for that. That sounded really weird. I will explain it. So on a basic level, of course, you always want to be dressed appropriately for whatever event it is that you're shooting. So let's say you might be shooting a wedding. Well, there are a lot of different kinds of weddings that might be happening that you might be hired for. And so the goal is always, of course, just to be trying to really blend in with the crowd and be a seamless, sort of unnoticed observer. And so from that perspective, getting information from the couple who's hired you about their day and the appropriate attire is really key. Just because you want to match the level of formality that's happening there, you really, really want to be as unobtrusive as possible. It would be great if no one ever noticed that you were amongst them. So
I completely agree. And I think it's also what I like, and I believe that you're the same, is to be like ninjas.
Yeah.
You know, because those candid
ninjas.
The candids, they have to really be candids. And if you can be like, bam, shoot it and you're out of there, like, I didn't even see, oh, wow, we got this pictures, like, I didn't even know you guys took this.
Yeah.
To me, that's pretty cool. So they don't act weird when you're there, because if they see a camera and they see you in the giant,
jazz hands,
big pink dress and all that, like, oh, the photographer is here, so let's exactly do that. It's not very candid. I think it's better to be more on the subtle side. They just do the wedding and really feel emotional, whatever they have to be, and then you just happen to capture that because you completely blend in the background. If they had a camo, like a camouflage thing for weddings, like exact bricks or whatever it is, that'd be awesome.
I think what you're looking for is the cloak of invisibility.
Yes. So I completely agree that you shouldn't stand out.
Yeah.
But go ahead. And I understand you've been, as a female, you had to go through extra things because requirements or, comfort and all. Not even comfort, but yeah. So you definitely had to go through that and realize that, oh, this works one way. And I thought I could pull it off one way, but actually, no, this works way better than the other. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So some of you might be wondering why there's a picture of this lovely shoe here in the center of your screen. And I hope we can all agree this is a lovely shoe, because this is quite frankly my first choice in footwear. Always.
It is.
If I could wear this to the gym, I would wear it to the gym.
I think you may have already.
It doesn't look good with my yoga pants. Yeah, so I'm going to have to utter a phrase that I frankly consider to be obscene, so I hope I don't offend all of you. But that phrase is sensible shoes. You're going to need sensible shoes. I tried to find ways around it. I tried to skirt the issue. I tried to power through because I can. But I couldn't. There's some real practical issues with trying to shoot in heels, and I've seen videos from female photographers who have said, I shoot in heels all the time. It's just fine. I shoot weddings. I shoot weddings almost every weekend, and I do them all in heels, and it's spectacular. Either they're lying or they're Wonder Woman, and I don't know. But the things that need to happen with your body when you are photographing are not conducive with this type of shoe. And in case you haven't tried to do that yet, in case you are smarter than I was, you didn't wear this to a shoot, just gonna tell you, there's a whole lot of squatting, bending, pivoting. You need to be quick. So the first thing that's going to happen if you wear this shoe to a lengthy or intensive shoot is going to be that your muscles in your legs and your ankles and your calves that are required to support your body when you're bending, squatting, and twisting in these shoes are going to fatigue.
Yes.
So you're going to start shaking. Mm-hmm. And what happens with accuracy of focus whenever the photographer starts shaking? Yes. And let's not even talk about that 5, 6, 8 hours into the shoot, your arms are also going to be tired. So you're definitely stacking the deck against yourself there. The other thing is that depending on where the shoot's happening, and we are big proponents of you always scout the location. I can think of very few times that we have ever rolled onto a site the very first time we've seen it and done a shoot. We're pretty good at making sure we've done our due diligence and investigating and making sure we know what we have to deal with, but very rarely I think that would include a thorough investigation of every terrain you're going to be on. So now that we've established you're squatting, bending, pivoting, you're trying to be fast, you're getting all the shots, well now you're in gravel, or you're on rocks, or you're on sloped ground, and that shoe's just not going to do it. In case anyone, okay, so let me just say, these images that you're going to see today are not ours. I just quickly found these via Google image search. But there is a reason I didn't put a picture of the actual shoes I've purchased for long shoots, and it's because I'm ashamed of them, and I hope you never see them.
They're cute.
Thanks for saying that. That helps a little bit. So that's my thought on the shoe situation. I guess it depends on how you shoot and what you're shooting and where. But yeah, I'm sorry, ladies. That's where we're at.
I'm gonna have to say that even without a high heel, obviously, even with regular boots or whatever shoes I may have, you can feel that depending on the terrain, is definitely going to be very demanding.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of time to realize that if you're like sloping and trying to compensate and make sure that you have a steady shot and all that, the foot is going to give at one time. Mm-hmm. And if you have not very supportive shoes, it's going to give in. And we've almost fell quite bad one time.
Oh, you want to talk about the time we almost fell down a mountain?
No, let's continue. Right. And it was really because of the shoes. I mean, really, I could feel my ankle getting weak. It just gave in. I'm not that old.
That was a good day. It's a really good day.
We didn't die. That's okay.
And we didn't damage any gear, which I think was
true.
The main.
It was like, oh, in the air, like, we just don't care.
We juggled. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how the rest of you guys out there do your shoots, but we find ourselves in a lot of situations where there's really no home base, and by that I mean a place to leave your gear, a place to leave your bag. We generally don't shoot with a full-time assistant. It's the two of us, so one of us is the primary photographer, one of us is the second shooter. Sometimes we have an assistant, but often we don't. So you're carrying your gear. So all of the aforementioned squatting, pivoting, all of that is happening with your bag strapped on you, which I think we've calculated. Mine weighs about 20 pounds. Yours is a little heavier. So keep that in mind. And that also is going to have an impact on the sort of lower body garment that you choose. I'm not a skinny jeans gal myself, but if I were, I don't know that a pant like that would be very conducive to all of that moving around business. Likewise, the same photographers who state that they shoot in stilettos regularly seem to also state they have no problem shooting in skirts. I would be arrested.
I'm gonna say that the people that say that, they're just like eye level, and they're like click, 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 click. I don't think there's like up, down, or anything like that. That's my personal opinion.
I don't know. I'm just all about, if I need to get low, I'll get low. Sometimes it requires some weird stuff. And the last thing I want to be worrying about when I'm working is making sure I'm being discreet, or even having, I'm just not into having to deal with any of that. My main priority when we are shooting a job is just, I don't want to think about me at all. I don't want to think about what my clothes are doing or anything like that. Which leads us right in the next concept, which the number one, maybe not the number one, but one of the number one things I don't want to worry about is showing up to shoot someone's wedding and having them ask me to repair their sink because I didn't realize that my stylish low-waisted pants and my very stylish top would result in this situation once I crouch down to take some of those cool low angle photos. Right now I'm wearing something underneath of this top so that if I needed to crouch, bend, turn, whatever, I don't have to deal with this situation. So highly recommend making sure you're covered, literally and figuratively, in that realm before you go out to shoot. Likewise, I don't want to worry about my bra. I don't want to worry about if I'm showing anything here or anything like that. So, we're in Texas, Austin, so a lot of weddings happen in the summer. If we're outside and we're shooting, I'll either make sure I wear something that has thicker straps or no straps or cap sleeves. I don't also like seeing ladies doing a bunch of this business when they're out and about. And again, I'm just trying not to worry about me. So I like to find wardrobe choices that make my whole entire day just worry-free. Not pulling down things in the back and not tucking in a bra strap or anything like that. Okay, this next one. Earmuffs? Could you?
Sure.
Earmuffs?
Sure. They're on.
Put them on. Put the
Fictitious.
Ladies, here's the thing. I know that none of us would be sweating because that wouldn't be ladylike. But on the off chance that you would perspire or glow, this is such a cute top. I love this top. I would wear this. I would wear it to work. I would wear it out, but I would not wear it if I was working because, again, we're in Texas. It gets really hot. You saw me glance at you and you put your faux earmuffs back on because you didn't think I could see you right here. But I could. Anyway, a lot of shooting involves not just this, but sometimes this or this, and I don't want to worry about that either. So while when it's hot, you definitely want to choose a breathable fabric, I wouldn't recommend choosing anything super sheer. I wouldn't choose silk because first of all, it is in 1994, but even if it was, that's not a material that deals with any sort of, what's the synonym for moisture that doesn't sound as disgusting? Is there one?
Dampness?
Alrighty. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's that. Next.
The Joker.
Hey, this happens. This happens to ladies. Again, should there by chance be any perspirage, you're not going to want to worry about your makeup going anyplace, and especially wedding time. Sometimes those are really emotional, and even if you're working, you might have a, not a tear, but a hint of a tear. Arrange your makeup such that you don't have to worry about it all day long, because no matter what anyone tells you, there is no time to go into the ladies' room and check your makeup. There's very little time to even go into the ladies' room and do anything else. So definitely make sure that you've got, I don't know, whatever's important to you, like waterproof stuff or whatever.
So would waterproof work with that kind of thing?
Yeah, that's what waterproof's for.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, would definitely just, I don't know. I don't know what it is for anyone else, but for me, it's just not wanting to have to go. Did my eyeliner do something weird? Do I look like I've been playing football recently? Sometimes I do. It's a thing. So that. Finally, as we've sort of worked toe to head on this one, because I wanted to get my shoe nightmare out of the way right out of the gate. I don't know about anyone else, but I have real problems with hair. You might notice the ever-present ponytail, which is basically here because when my hair is down and doing any sort of dangly thing, it's very hard for me to not be constantly like pushing and tucking and strands and where am I and what's going on. And
so is it most for the look or the fact that it's sticky to your face?
It's the bothersome aspect.
Does it get like in the viewfinder and things like that, or it's just?
I wish I could say that it's a very professional concern, that it's really interfering with my camera focus, but no, it's just more a distraction.
Okay.
And it's just more in the same theme of I'd rather not be distracted by anything
yeah.
on that level. I just want to stick it somewhere and be done and go. So again, I don't know what that means for everyone else. Maybe no one else has a problem with that, which I don't know. Maybe comment on this video and tell me if any of this that I've described has ever happened to you in your life.
Yes.
Maybe I am the only one.
No,
in which case, just let me know.
I agree. If there are any wedding photographers, especially ladies, have you encountered any of these issues? And how have you worked around? Or maybe just, that's the way it's going to be. I don't know. But I agree with it. It should not be a distraction. You should be focused on the image, the moment, the couple, getting married, and everything like that. And your own personal, my feet hurt, or whatever might be happening. You don't want any of that. And unfortunately, because it's so long and it's so up down left right, and the core is like it's pretty demanding. It's great and fun and all that, but it's physically we're pooped.
It's the thing. Okay, seriously though, I'm so glad you said feet hurt, because there was a really important thing that I wanted to say. If you have any type of weird allergies or reactions to anything, please be sure that you either take precautions against those or bring whatever serum, anti-venom, EpiPen that you need, because, true story, I'm not even kidding. We shot a wedding, a month and a half ago? Me, super allergic to fire ants. Like, I swell up like crazy from fire ant bites. So, during the ceremony, I've done all of the things I just talked about in this video and made sure that I'm going to be very unobtrusive and stealth-like, a ninja. So I'm crouched down, right at the top of the aisle before the ceremony starts. and there are fire ants. And they are biting my foot. So I racked up, I think, 4 fire ant bites on one foot, which one is enough to cause a definite inflammation situation. So I felt the ants biting my foot. I watched the ants biting my foot. I could do nothing about it because I wasn't gonna hold up the wedding to remove some ant situation. I also didn't have any antihistamines or anything with me. So I just had the ant bites, and then my foot was swollen to roughly 2.5 times its normal size for about a week and a half. So that happened. So definitely for me in the future, when we do outdoor shoots, I will be bringing all of those medications that I might need in case of that eventuality. So, yeah, do that. Do it. Anything you wanted to add? Are there any dude things? Are there just
no? It's just
things?
yeah, I mean, having a full, definitely not obtrusive colors. So gray, blacks,
Yeah.
and white is fine. And all that. You don't want to be too all. Of course, they're dressed in full white. Comfortable shoes, definitely, because even though shoes can be comfortable, but think about as if you were going to be walking in New York City for a whole day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the in my opinion, the benchmark.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to do a wedding, I'm gonna be walking all the time, up, down, slanted, not slanted, running, sliding, and all that. You're gonna be there. You have to. And the shoes are, to me, is gonna be the first thing to go.
Yeah.
It's not for comfort. It's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the scary thing, that in some of the shoot with, like, Roxy was the most obvious one, where after a few hours slanted, the foot starts to shake and the foot's like, screw it, I'm done. Yeah, and then it just slides and you're like, whoa, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's not even comfort, because my shoes are comfortable, but after 3 hours in a particular position, they're gonna give. So just be okay with it, or change shoes to have comfortable shoes, but they still have to look nice, professional, nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can't be sneakers.
Right.
So
it's a fine balance. You know, I think it's more with the colors and there are options. But thinking that I always want to look nice and cute and all that, if you emphasize on this, it's gonna be a bad day.
Can we just end?
Well.
Can we just end on that?
Yes. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so in all seriousness, can lady photographers please send me some messages or comment below and give me some tips? I'm willing to put out a $500 reward for anyone who can teach me to shoot a wedding, or anything really, in these shoes. So
there's no way.
Please let me know how it's being done. I need to know.
All right.
Anyway, thank you so much again, as always, for being here with us. We hope that you enjoy our videos. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, we love suggestions.
Yes.
Please either message us or send us a comment, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye.